Thanks, Chrissy. I appreciate that introduction. Thanks for having us the opportunity, and I understand this is a live feed, and hopefully we've got some friends and very patient supporters in Germany and Singapore listening to us as we speak, so certainly welcome them aboard. I'd like to introduce the company, MATSA Resources. The company itself, obviously it's ASX listed, the code is MAT. We recently did a capital raising, so we now have 271 million shares out on issue, which I'm sure you'll agree with me is quite a very low number of shares for a company that is actually producing and actively exploring at the same time. Our market cap is $36.6 million as at today's price, and I will argue it's very, very low and can only go up, and that's what we're going to try and achieve. Our significant shareholders are shown here. Top 20 shareholders control 54% of the company. JP Morgan's 13.88% of the company, which is a conglomerate or grouping of German shareholders. They do trade us on the Frankfurt and Stuttgart secondary boards, and they are the total of that. BNP Paribas are our Singaporean supporters. They now control 12% of the company. Deutsche Balaton is an institution. It's quite a well-known institution in Germany, and they have been participating and joining in with us, and they now have 8%, as if HF Resources and myself. You'll see that I've put a bit of money into the game, and I've certainly got the skin where it counts. 3 directors, myself, Frank Sybil, and Andrew Chapman. We've been together since about 2010-11 and staying together very firmly. Why invest in MATSA? That really is the question. Well, I think I have the answer, and the answer is because we're on the move. There is upside in production, and there is strong upside in exploration, and I think that's what the market wants to see us do. So we're concentrating at Lake Carey Gold project. It's in Western Australia. We believe Western Australia is the premier place to have exploration and or mining activities. From a political risk, it's very, very low, it's very safe, and we've had a very good run with COVID-19, which we hope will continue. We are surrounded by very high quality gold mines, Anglo Gold Ashanti, Sunrise Dam, Goldfields International, Granny Smith, to the south of us is Saracen. We have got a dedicated and sure pathway for 2020 into 2021. We are mining at Red October. It's an underground mine. We do have a feasibility completed with Fortitude Stage 2 mining. As you can see there, our forecast budget at $2,150 per ounce demonstrates just under $22 million profit in 22 months. Now, if you extrapolate that to today's gold price, that comes into between $55 and $60 million profit within 2 years. That mine is fully approved, ready to go. We intend to increase our gold resources at Red October, at Devon and Fortitude North over the next 12 months through a very aggressive drilling campaign up to the value of about $5 million. MATSA today has $10 to $11 million in cash and liquid assets, and we're going to throw that at exploration, we're going to throw that at drilling, and we're going to grow our resources. So what are we? Are we a producer or are we an explorer? Well, I say we're both. I say that we will get an enormous amount of uplift if we have success in exploration, but we will also have uplift if we can continue to ramp up our production, and I think we can achieve that. We've got several options to increase our production through Red October, Fortitude and Devon, and you can see there the number of exploration opportunities we have. So running through it very, very quickly, we do have proven mining capacity. We've already mined 2 smaller pits. We've done a trial mine at Fortitude, which we called Stage 1. That's now ready for Stage 2. We are doing mining studies at Devon. But our fundamental important asset that we have right now is our relationship with Anglo Gold Ashanti. We have got a very detailed memorandum of understanding, and we share knowledge, we share problems, we share their mill. We have a 5-year ore purchase agreement in place. That's now been running for just under 12 months, so there's another 4 years left to go. We've had a fair bit of experience over the last 3 years with them, in fact, so we know each other, so there's no risk to a relationship there. But MATSA in itself is becoming recognised as a regional player in the area, and we will hammer that home. So talking about Red October, it's 550 metres deep. We started mining there in June 2019. We had to do a fair bit of development. We had to get access. We had a good September 2019 quarter. Our December quarter was okay. Our March quarter was fairly low because we had to develop access to the stopes. Our June quarter was the first time that we actually produced what I call a good result. We averaged about 1,000 ounces a month. We will continue to do that, I think, for the next 6 to 9 months, and then we plan to ramp up. I am hoping we'll go to 2,000 ounces a month, then 3,000 ounces a month. And I think you'll agree with me, a company with a $35 million market cap producing 40,000 ounces doesn't make sense. It has to go up. We are drilling at Red October as we speak. We started on the 26th of August. We have now drilled in the lionfish area, which is signified in that area, and we are drilling down at the bottom of the mine. We will release to the market some good news tomorrow with what we are seeing in that core, although we do not have any assays as of yet. Stage 2, Fortitude, is, as I said, we've done a feasibility. We can call this a reserve of 54,400 ounces. We have done this optimisation at a gold price of $1,750. We are very confident that if we optimise this at 2,650, there will be more tonnage of ore to be mined, and this will probably be the subject of an ore purchase agreement, either with AngloGold or someone else. Those discussions are ongoing, and we are looking at our options. But we're also an explorer, as I said, and this is where I think we will get a lot of fun. I think we will develop a fantastic opportunity to increase our resource. So Lake Carey, it's 563 square kilometres. I have said it before and I'll repeat it, there's a fair bit of lake in our ground, but that to us is a huge advantage. Previously, if we go back 10 years or further, it was very expensive to drill on the lake. You had to build causeways. There was a lot of environmental damage. There was a lot of problems, and it was time consuming. Nowadays, all of that is gone. We can use specialised lake rigs, costs about 20% more than conventional rigs for diamond drilling, which is not prohibitive, especially with today's price of gold. So we will commence drilling at Devon, and then we will go to Fortitude North. So what we have done of late was we've prioritised our targets. We have determined where our significant and easiest resources can be found. So in this, Red October is not included because that's part of a mining arrangement. Neither is Fortitude. Fortitude North is a very interesting area that we want to explore. We've explored 800 metres of a 1.5 kilometre long target. We're getting some quite good assays from our drilling. We've got a supergene mineralised zone, and we've also got fresh rock mineralised zone. Devon mine, this is a very unique situation which we were able to put together, and I will expand on that, as with Hill East and Olympic. I think one of the things that I really want to stress is many people are getting confused with the number of targets we have. All of these targets that I'm talking about are within the Lake Carey project area. All of these targets are within 14 kilometres of each other, but they are individual mineralised zones, or deposits, if you like, in the case of Fortitude and Devon. They are discrete, they are individual, and we can bring them on tap at different times. So the Devon gold mine itself, I won't read out these results, but you can see them for yourselves. Some of them are quite impressive. GME Resources did a small pit there. They mined 47,000 tonnes at an average 5.3 grams per tonne. That's an open pit. We think that there is continuation of that. We think that it's open at depth. We feel that this will also go into an underground mine. What we recently did is we spoke with CSA Global, asked them to tell us what do they think is there, and we're getting figures of 100,000 ounces, potentially 200,000 ounces, and I'll come back to that. The Olympic area is about 700-800 metres to the west of Devon. Whether it's part of Devon or something separate, we don't really know at this stage, but it definitely deserves drilling, and I think we'll get some impressive hits out of that. Again, you can see it's open at depth, it's open at strike, and we will find that. The reason Devon is still there, and it has not been explored correctly, is you'll see the blue areas. They were mining tenements. You will see the green areas. They were owned by a different company. Now, there is no way that the owner of the blue area, which was GME, could drill underneath the pit or along strike if it did not have agreement with the company that owned the green areas. What MATSA was able to do is buy both companies' interests out in the entire area. Now MATSA owns 100% of the complete area. We have no impediment to drilling in between, along strike, to the north, to the south, or to underneath. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. My understanding, and I've got Dave Hilding here today, he's our Group Exploration Manager. We've got rigs going on the 23rd of this month, and they will be starting a quite good drill campaign at Devon to determine what do we actually have there. Fortitude North. This is about 7 kilometres north of our Fortitude gold deposit, which is about 8 kilometres east of Devon. This is the mineralised zone where I said we've got a 1.5 kilometre long anomaly in the supergene and the fresh rock. We have drilled about 800 metres of it, and we intend, after we finish drilling at Devon, to immediately go into here and drill the other 700 metres. We want to find out what is the extent of this deposit, how much gold, what is the potential of this area. So what I present to you here is the next 12 months worth of drilling. You can see we will have 2 rigs, one at Red October, one at Devon, then going to Olympic, then going to Fortitude. And what we hope to be able to uncover is somewhere between 670,000 ounces to 1.3 million ounces of gold on top of our 441,000 ounces that we currently have in as a resource. So I think I can confidently say that if we achieve anywhere near this type of resource growth, that depreciation must occur in our share price. That is on top of any potential growth that we have in mining. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our company. We're very, very proud of it, and we will make this happen. Thank you.